Welcome, everyone, to episode 143 of Geek Each Week Live. I am one of your hosts, Christopher Long from Long's Toys. I'm joined, of course, by my good buddies, Rye, a.k.a. Meatball Krang.
Hello.
We got Aresol. What's up, Aresol?
Hello. Yes, we are about a minute late because there was a conversation happening, and I didn't want to pull a Corey and just.
I saw that comment too, and I was gonna be like, you know what, Corey's not here this week, so we were purposely 1 minute late because you're like, you know what, we don't have to stress about it. If we're a minute late, we're a minute late. It's okay. We don't have to fly off the handle. Yes, we were having a very important conversation. I can't divulge what it was about, but it was very high stakes, important shit.
So important.
It was the most important thing I talked about this week.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is probably true.
And we got Josh, aka Josh. What's up, Josh?
Hi.
I'm gonna need you to keep it down over there, okay, Josh? Your enthusiasm is off the charts, and it's a little obnoxious. So just if you can,
if I have a good week again, maybe. But
okay,
that hasn't happened in a minute.
Yeah, that's.
You're an adult now. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
have
I was
this.
gonna say.
I know.
Welcome to the world. It sucks. We got Edward
Every week
Panzer.
will be some level of miserable. You just have to figure out which it is.
Chili Eilish, we got Jeff, we got Ryder, we got AJMC, we got Chenex, we got Astronaut, Galen Molina, Kevin Florence, we got Morgan, we got Thrasher, we got Falcon. I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. Azure, Sock again. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this fabulous Friday evening. Jay sliding in at the last minute. Hello. Floof. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and get into it. So, Rye, what did you purchase?
Going to transition us into the pickups with a good old-fashioned...
I love it. Wonderful. See, now that Aerosol's in charge of the videos, he's going to be on top of it. Like, if I throw out a cue, he can probably meet it. Unlike Corey, who's like, what? Oh, shit. And then looks at the list for 45 minutes, and I'm like, it's past, my guy. The moment is past.
Also, this is just true.
Do you guys just becoming adults not know about this? Is this a secret that's been hidden from you? I thought it was well-known knowledge, but
yeah, being an adult
I
sucks.
didn't see the extra next to cheesy on the Cheez-Its, so I thought it just said cheesy Cheez-Its, and I was really confused.
normal Cheez-Its have had to pull back the amount of cheese 35%. So if you actually want them to be cheesy, you have to buy the cheesy Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
Marketing ploy.
extra cheesiness is just me.
Also, I feel like if it's being extra cheesy, that's like extreme. They should really have like a big X or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's
they didn't really lean into like how extreme this could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
living in a post-90s world where extreme is just.
They are very cheesy.
Unfortunately, we've been living in a post-90s world for about 25 years.
Yeah, it's true. They're coming back though. They're trying to come back.
Also, Morgan said just becoming ? And I was just about to say it's really nice.
Well, that was aimed more at
you
Josh.
to say that.
That was aimed more at Josh and some of the other youngers in the chat.
Jay said I'm 23 and ready to retire.
Same. I've been ready to retire since 23 as well. It's not working out.
Oh man, I'm about to be 23.
Time to retire. Okay, so I didn't get a damn thing this week, so I'm going to show some stuff that's Morgan's that I got last week, just because it gives me something to do.
Okay.
I don't know who this is,
Okay.
but he's here. He's not the king I know.
Yeah, that's the show you read.
Yeah. So
Or Elvis.
it makes me.
Sorry, we got the hot rod, and then in the middle of it, Aresol muted himself and went. It was perfect.
I really want to get like one of the Dino Charge morphers from like a 5-inch figure or something. Like I want to do that.
Yeah, Floof's asking, do we know? Does it say what it's from? Is it from some anime or something?
Oh no, it's motherfucker. Tears of Themis. Is that a game?
Okay.
I think it's a game.
Sounds sad.
It's a game, right?
You know what's? This is a little on topic, but a little off topic. I was walking around Target the other day, and they had an end cap with a bunch of Funko Pops, and one of them was named Son Goku, but it's not the one you're thinking of. It was like a big monster thing, and I was like,
Isn't it from Naruto?
I think it's from Naruto. Yeah, I was like, how do they?
Oh,
get
yeah.
I guess they don't own the name Son Goku.
I think it's the four-tailed beast.
Yeah, it was a big like monstery thing. Yeah.
Considering the name has been around since Chinese folklore.
I mean, I guess.
I don't think they can trademark that.
I feel like somebody probably, if anyone was going to, like, Toei would have tried. Like, yeah, I feel like. But then again, Naruto might be them too, so maybe they don't care. I don't know. I don't know the rules.
These are keychains. They're keychains, right? I think they're keychains. Look at all the boys. We love boys. What are these? These are Genshin Impact characters, I think. But they're fucking cute. They're just little guys.
Which one?
Is that still around?
You're asking me to read.
It is. I actively play it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I remember that was the hot thing for like a minute, and then everyone just stopped talking about it.
It still gets updates all the time. It's still neato.
Yeah, that's good.
I
thought it was
it's Trailblazer for both the male and female character models.
Is it still free to play?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it struck me as a very like polished and involved game for being free to play. I was really surprised. It was like Zelda-esque, and I was like, damn, this is pretty intricate for not expecting any money from anybody.
Fuck yeah, Sword Boys. I know these ones. So like these were used. They were older. They used to do like this line of like miniature Nendoroid statue kind of things. Oh, it's Honkai. It's Honkai, not Genshin. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Thank you, baby. It says it right on the fucking box. I'm so goddamn dumb.
None of us would have known to correct you, so you were fine. Your own boyfriend dimed you out. We were just like, sure, that's what it is.
Yeah, Sword Boys from Token Ranbu. But Nendoroid used to do a bunch of little statues. And are they blind box? They might be blind box. I mean, these are really cool. They stopped doing these, which is sad because they could have done a lot more with them. But
I always remember when at Toy Fair in the lobby they would have like a big glass case and it would be like all of the Nendroids lined up in a semicircle, and I was like, these are neat. I don't want to buy any of these, but all of them together here in this case looks really cool.
I think the Patrick Nendroid is coming out very soon. I'm excited.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
I'm really happy for you.
Katie bought it for me for my birthday.
I'm assuming you never got any of those Super 7 ones?
No.
I was gonna say if you wait, probably
nor did anybody else.
Yeah,
I was gonna say they'll probably be about $6 if you wait.
I might get Sandy and Squidward when they're on sale for a good enough price since an Android didn't do those, but
I thought you were gonna say since Super 7 is dying.
Do them yet.
That's true.
We got a good chunk of the Bungo Stray Dogs cast as little bunny people. We love bunny people.
All right.
They're little plushes, and they're really cute. But also, you can have them as bears.
Pass.
I love them. So
That's
fuck.
fine.
And these are just Vocaloid characters. I know these ones. I won't fuck this up. I don't know why I thought those ones were Genshin. Anyway, these were in like release hell for fucking ever. These were supposed to come out in like October of last year.
Would you get like an Ami box or something?
Yeah. This was all Ami. And they just never fucking came out. Lots of glare accessories.
Yes, jam packed.
That is my bad.
It's probably the plastic, actually.
Yeah, probably. That's Miku. People should know who Miko is. Miko. I saw Mako, and so I said.
Oh, it's Shamu. It's a Mako.
And then this is a little. Oh God, you can't see him. Oh, he's sealed. I don't want to take him out. There's Rompo. We love Rompo. Little autistic nightmare. Finally, these are fucking awesome. And I can't remember if we got all of them or not. I kind of wish we did if we haven't. But they did like a wizard and knight acrylic. I think it's they were labeled for all of the Vocaloid characters. It's like the designs are just like fucking cool.
What are they?
They're all Vocaloid characters. I know you don't know what that is.
No. I'm saying the actual product is like an acrylic stand or something.
Yeah, they're acrylic stands.
Okay.
Like fucking.
Yeah, I don't know what any of this shit is. I was
Like,
just asking what
these
the
are the
product
two
is.
These are the two Migos. They're just really fucking cool. Like I like these designs, but I like Fire Emblem designs and shit like that. So and there's the other 4 that we got. We got 4 different characters and then both versions of each character. They're really Migo. Need more acrylic stands. I like them. Oh, we didn't? We gotta fix that. We gotta go get the other ones. Well, that's all of his stuff because I didn't get anything this week because I didn't go shopping.
You got those cheeses.
Those were technically from last week.
Oh damn! What about the Jolly Ranchers?
Those were also from last week.
Fuck, I was trying to help you out.
And I forgot to ship my BBTS stuff. So
I'm hoping
still
mine will
haven't
be
gotten
here
that.
tomorrow.
Hopefully, I want Starscream. Hasbro Pulse said that they were gonna start shipping stuff soon.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because I got a shipping request or a shipping like your item will ship soon.
Yeah.
For Silverbolt and Shard.
Nice.
I think because those are the only 2 other ones. Oh, and Sandstorm.
Sorry.
Morgan's right. I did get this. I did get my Diet Coke for the night.
Okay, that's good. At least it's not a frozen Coke.
Darude Sandstorm made my hands cramp on the Switch controller. That was difficult.
When we play Sandstorm, I'm like, it has to be the last one in the set. It's probably the last one I'm gonna play that night. What was I gonna say?
Well, it's already awful to play it with the Switch controller. So
yeah, I can't. I'm so used to the PlayStation one. I don't think I could try to because it's too compact. It's too small. I took advantage of that like $20 off of 75 at Target like 5 times. It's awesome to just let you use it as many times as you want. So the first thing I got, I don't have it here because I already reviewed it. But they did a retro collection for the Phantom Menace at 6 figures, and apparently it's a Target exclusive, which I didn't know. But it was funny because they had 2 of them on the shelf, and I was like, oh, if I see something else, I could use that $20 off coupon. And then I saw other things, which I'll get to in a minute, and I completely forgot to go back and look at it. And then I left, and as I was leaving, I was like, oh, wait, should I go back? They only had 2. And I was like, all right, I'll go back. And I went back in, and they were still there, but I picked up one, and a guy came right behind me and took the other one. And I was like, damn, I'm glad I came back because those did not last long. But you have to spend 75, so I got that, which was 60. And then I picked up a Micro Galaxy Squadron of Poe's X-Wing just because I really like the Halloween color scheme for it. And it comes with a tiny BB-8. So that was $175 to get 20 off. And then they actually had Transformers, which they never do. And so I got
What's that like?
I know, right? Scrap Heap and Starscream from War for Cybertron. So if you buy these from Hasbro, they're $35. In store, Target is selling them for $30. On their app, they're selling them for $28. So I took them up to the front and I was like, "Will you match your app?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." So I got those two for $28 each, but then I needed a little bit more to hit the $75. And so they had one Gundam Universe Tallgeese 2, which I've always loved this suit just because it's blue and blue is my favorite color. And this is normally $25, but for whatever reason on their app, it was $21. So they matched this as well. And so I get 28, and 21 was like 78 or something. So then I was able to get the $20. So that was my second $20. Then I never buy Mattel Jurassic Park stuff for full price anymore because it always goes on clearance at Target. But these were all 30% off, and you could stack the $20 off deal. So they ended up being like 50% off by the time I was done. So I got this. What is this actually called? Mission Mayhem Truck Set. They don't put much into the names, I'll be honest. But basically, I just love when
My
they do
favorite
vehicles.
truck, the Mission Mayhem truck.
The Mission Mayhem Truck Set.
Every mission is a mayhem when you're in this truck.
But it comes with a dyno and it's got a capture claw for the front, and it reminds me of one of the ones because a lot of times they try to emulate like what Kenner did back in the day, and they had one with a capture claw that I had when I was a kid, so I thought that was really cool. And then this one, if you've ever seen The Lost World, the second one, this is the dude that gets eaten by all the compies. So you get a figure of him, and then you get a bunch of compies up here so that they can eat him.
The commies?
No, the compies. I mean, to be fair, I don't know the political affiliations of these dinosaurs, so maybe I can't say no strongly. But
I definitely got communist vibes from them.
Yeah, well, they were into red.
It's true.
Because his blood. But yeah, so it comes with a Raptor, and it's got a little truck here. So this was another one. I've been eyeing these vehicles for a while, and I was just waiting for them to go on sale. And then I think this is the scientist partner of Chris Pratt from the first Jurassic World, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Barry
Sanders.
I'm not gonna try that. It's a French last name, I think. But anyway, so his name's Barry, and he comes with a Raptor and an ATV. There's one other vehicle. It's like this really cool camo, almost looks like the Ford car, like the visitor center car, but it comes with another version of Ian for some reason and a T-Rex, and it's like $50. And I keep waiting for it to go on sale. For whatever reason, it was not part of this sale. Like everything else was 30% off except that, and I don't really know why. Because it's like $50. I was like, if I could get it 30% off and then bundle it with the deal, but it didn't work out, so I'll just keep looking for that one. And then I got this Lego set because it was randomly 30% off one day only at Best Buy, and I have the other one, so now I have all the Young Jedi Academy stuff. Somebody asked me if this blue dude is supposed to be an Ewok. I don't think so, but I don't know.
It's not an Ewok. I don't know what species it's supposed to be. It might be a new thing, but he's not an Ewok. I promise you that.
I was like in the same boat. I was like, I really don't think it's an Ewok, but I don't know what it is. So. Oh, also I got this Hammond Collection Owen because he was like, I think 30% off, and I needed a little bit more to hit the 75.
Amber Collection, Burt Macklin.
That's right. He was framed for stealing the president's rubies. I think that's it. I think I had a couple other things, but I think I reviewed them already. I got my Transformer Blockies Episode 3 in, which I'm very excited about. I love those so much. And that might have been it. I don't know if there was other stuff or not. I have a lot of stuff on the way, but yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right. Hello.
You don't even want to play a clip?
Yeah, I'll play.
Don't smoke, baby, alright.
Wonderful.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't get much this week except for letters in the mail from my bank saying like, "Hey, pay," and I'm like, "No." So,
What are your pickups this week, Josh? Demand letters. Oh no.
so I got a couple of those. Don't like those. Did get Soto though. I got this Soto Geo set for this is a full set, unopened, unstickered that I got for $5.
Nice.
That's a win.
Hell yeah.
I got that. And then this was something I paid for a very long time ago, and it finally arrived. This absolute stupid thing.
Yes. I was interested in that until I saw the price, and then I was like, no.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad that I paid for it in like May, and it is here, and it is held together by thoughts and prayers.
I was gonna say it's so thin. Its legs are so tiny.
It's fun. There's some issues with it, because like the Godzilla fin with Ultraman beam tail is so like heavy that Ultraman always wants to open up when he's not supposed to.
Oh no.
I mean, there is like a shoulder joint there, like it could move that way, but yeah, because the way that they want you to do this is like you have to, and this was difficult to actually like get to work, but like you had to fold. Wow, you had to fold Ultraman's arms like inside of his torso,
Of course.
which was very difficult to do. And then, yeah, so this is a weird thing. I love it. See,
I don't know why, but when you opened up Ultraman and said it was hard to get his arms in there, that reminded me. I don't know if anyone remembers the original Digimon toys from back in the 90s, but I had a Garurumon that turned into Were Garurumon, and you had to open his chest and like switch, because he had like front legs when he was, Garurumon, and then he had like actual arms with brass knuckles, and so you had to like turn it and then flip whatever arms you weren't using inside, and it was always really difficult like to get it to actually go in and close up.
Yeah. I had a lot of the eggs from 02 that turned into their armor.
Oh yeah. Those were not the best, only because like a lot of times you'd have like, I remember the what was the ninja? It was one of the eggs. Yeah, that sounds right. And like it would just be like a piece of plastic and then like an eggshell, but it was not filled in or anything. Like it was barely connected, and it just looked really hollow. I was like, yeah, that's not so great. I don't remember what the line was, but later on they did this line of like 3-inch ones that came with these weird little canisters. You could fold them up and put them in. And I got a Flame Dramon from that, like a highly articulated Flame Dramon. Just like it didn't transform or anything, but it was a really badass figure. I loved it. I don't know where that is.
I hate this piece. Godzilla's tail.
Yeah.
Never
Just
wants to
put it up to your face. He looks like a mustache if you're the Pringles guy.
Absolutely do that.
Yes. There's your profile
pic. Around for me too. That looks amazing.
We got there. Mission accomplished. We've done it. Now, Josh, if you'll say, I'm making the pizza for you.
I never thought of that, but it so totally does.
It even kind of fits perfectly like under your nose, like that flap part. It's so good. Go back and screen cap that later. That's your profile pic.
Yeah. So I haven't reviewed this thing yet.
Box says Josh shows up with Godzilla tail taped to his face to apply for job at Hasbro. No, I'm not. I'm not Toku Topics. I don't know what you mean. Don't you see my fabulous mustache?
Yeah, another complaint is that it's really difficult to get the helmet to like plug on, which is
I forgot that. Yeah, the rider's just the helmet.
Yeah. Which like he's stuck to the bike, but he can do that for some reason.
Yeah.
But because like all there is like, so there's the little port, and it's on like the tiniest ball joint.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you can barely see. It's
I can see it.
awful. So like because also like it always wants to fold back down when you're trying to clip it in. So it is certainly a thing. But
I just think it's funny that everyone else is pretty much in scale with each other, and then Ryder's just like, and I'm here, but I'm tiny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very fun, stupid thing. Which I'm still trying to get the tail. I hate this tail. Wait.
I love that toy, and I have so many problems
I
with
didn't
it.
see the mustache.
You missed the whole bit about the
I could
mustache.
hear
okay.
everything when I was letting Bella out and stuff, and I knew exactly what was happening.
It was pretty great.
Yeah, so I'm sure you have the same
when
problems.
you try to move the arm, does Ultraman just open up all the
Yeah.
time?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Every single time. And this never stays on.
That never stays on.
And the
Yeah.
head can't like clip in properly.
It's such a fun idea if it was just
And
executed properly.
I don't like the way the knees work. Like I wish.
Eh.
I
Also,
wish
do
there
these
was
always
a
close
part
on you?
that-
The little.
Oh
like,
yeah, I gave
crotch
up trying to
flaps?
get those to work. Yeah,
Yeah.
See, if they did an SMP of this, I would be all over it because then it would
that
be like
would be pretty cool.
it would be a reasonable $50 or something, and it would probably hold together fairly
What you
well.
mean this wasn't a reasonable $200 and something dollars?
God, was it? I didn't even remember it was that much. I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah,
less than that.
it was over 200.
Yeah, that's why I don't have it.
Which I'm glad I paid for it like 10 months ago. So
But yeah, I would love like an SMP, just like a reasonable $50, and it would hold together better.
God, this connection
Liz.
for the tail is absolutely horrible.
Honey, you can jump it. Come on.
Come on, I'm trying to give you your back mustache.
Back mustache sounds like a bad sexual act, but I don't want to know. I don't want it defined.
Oh, and the crotch flap closed again.
Azir says out of the 200, 150 is just for licensing. It's probably
Yeah,
true.
pretty much. Yeah,
That's probably true.
I mean, because this is
Ava's
four
not
different
cheap. Yeah.
4 different companies, right?
Pringles Dio. Die Pringolo, I think is better.
I cannot stress how much you need to start sporting a mustache because the look worked. I'm just saying.
And you love pizza, so it's right there.
I like Pringles too.
Yeah, see, everyone wins. You can open up a store that just sells pizzas and Pringles, and you can have that amazing mustache.
Damn it! I put the thing down, and the fucking head and the tail fell right off again.
That's
Like,
because
there-
the tail
there
now
is-
wants to be bonded to your face.
When you put the head in properly, it will clip real strong.
I've
It's
never been
just
able to
trying
get that.
to get there is
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
It needed to be a bigger ball joint. It's so tiny, and it
Yeah.
always is trying to fold back down, regardless of how you're, trying to connect it. And then I love Godzilla's face there. He just looks so derpy. He's so confused. And then you can have his mouth open up, which is
He
funny.
looks like one of those like Land Before Time things from Pizza Hut. I love it.
But yeah, it's no, Josh, don't grow the mustache.
Do it. You got to grow it long enough so you can wax it up like Scott.
I don't think I can. I think that'd take forever.
Well, do you shave now?
Obviously not.
Well, I was going to say you under your nose and everything else is on your face, so.
I haven't shaved in like a week because I've been lazy.
Sometimes what I'll do is when I'm cutting my hair, I'll shave everything else off except the mustache, and I'll leave it so it goes down like really long, and then starts to curve down. So I look like my name is Earl kind of shit. And then I'll go downstairs and be like, "Hey, look, I'm all set." And my wife will just look at me and be like, "No, bad." And I'm like, "I wasn't serious."
So, yeah, I think that's about it. I have a buy box on the way that has a card for Chris. That I thought
Do the cards for Chris. Do the cards for Chris.
which I completely thought had just like fallen into the ocean or something.
Well, that's not good. It's got my cards in it.
Right, because like the tracking hadn't updated since March 9th. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just gone. And then yesterday it's just like, nope, it's in New York now. I'm like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
Did
sometimes
you
that
ship?
happens.
Was it EMS?
I forget what I shipped it as. Maybe it was EMS. I was trying to pick a cheaper shipping option. so
EMS is
probably.
terrible though, because I
Yeah.
want to say like 5 HLJ boxes ago, so probably like 5 months ago, they had a promotion on like the price sale to ship an EMS. I was like, I haven't done it since before the pandemic. I was like, I'll give it a shot, and it took forever. It took like 2 weeks. I'm like, this is supposed to be express. Like DHL was like $5 more, and it gets here in 2 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
you had your chance, EMS. Your day is done.
Like this Ami box last week was I shipped EMS. Because it saved me like 40 fucking bucks. So I'm like, okay, I'll deal with whatever the consequences are.
I was like, yeah, if you don't care when it gets here, if you have
And
time to wait.
It got here reasonably fine, like 4 days, 5 days maybe at most. It was the fact that there's still no way to pre-sign on USPS.
Yeah, oh my god.
You're supposed to be able to with the informed delivery app.
Yeah,
It never
I've,
fucking works.
I've never been able to do that.
And so I
also-
missed it because I go to work every fucking day.
I always miss it because our mailbox is not on our front door; it's on our side door.
Okay.
And so most of the time, and we always get like somebody delivering like letters and stuff, and then somebody will come later in the day with packages for some reason. And
Yeah, they're supposed to bring it to you as soon as it gets there. That's the other big
Yeah,
selling
yeah.
with EMS that they never ever.
And so
do.
what happens is that whoever, usually brings like our regular mail always knows that our mailbox is on the side. But whoever always tries to bring packages always tries to go to the front door, which doesn't have our mailbox and we don't use for things. So like they like are just like,
You just
oh,
put
they're
a
not
sign
home.
up.
We
Just
did.
put a-
We have,
there you
yeah.
go.
And so but of course by the time you hear the knock and you come running down to the side door, they're like, I've already gone to the side. I'm going to be here for like 5 seconds and then I'm going to leave before you ever get to the door. So, but yeah, that's never fun.
Yeah, it was just then I had to go to the post office and then I had to stand in line at the post office and I was late for work.
Yeah. And then the guy at the post office is like, you can use the informed delivery app. I'm like, no, I can't.
Please show me how,
I would like you to be informed. Go fuck yourself.
because all it ever does is say, "Oh, delivery instructions not available for this package."
Yep. Yeah, I've never been able to pre-sign unless it was like DHL or something, obviously.
Yeah, I have no. And the funny thing is, DHL, like I used to always like pre-authorize that they could just leave it, and then one time I forgot, and they still just left it, and I was like, oh, so that doesn't even matter, and I never did it again, and they always just leave it. And it's fine. So I'm like, all right, good. I don't care.
Fair.
I'm here.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I think I really have just absolutely no faith in the U.S. Postal Service anymore, and so I'll use literally any company but
Yeah,
them.
I
if
didn't
can.
have much faith, but it's definitely low.
What pisses me off is like UPS is always turning shit over to them to deliver it for them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, stop doing that. Like, stop. Just deliver it yourself.
Yeah, that is very annoying. All right, I'm done.
All right, news time, I guess.
I will get it together. Give me 1 second.
What?
I'm building a Soto figure now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Which one?
Geo Decayed Armor.
All right.
Just the regular Decayed Armor.
G-O.
I don't even remember what any of those look like.
Decayed.
Decayed was the one where he had the extra ride watch that had the extra slidey thing on it.
Yeah. And then you had the Ride Hay Saber, which was so underused for such a great name.
Is that the thing with the big head on it?
No.
That was
But-
the GO2 sword, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The Hay Saber was that like silver sword,
Oh, yeah, where it had all the...
lock hand or whatever.
And it had all the emblems up the blade.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Hey Saber is pretty.
That was
pretty
such a
damn good.
fun thing, and they just barely.
Hey, say. All right. I dug around and found out that this happened.
It did. So basically, they had shown a lot of these a while ago as like just like the 3D models of them, and they're like, "We promise we're doing these." And so this is set 6, which is coming out in June. So taking a very long time to get through a lot of things.
That's all right. I haven't built 1 through 5.
That's
so.
fair.
The
That's
fact
fun.
that you don't get Fire Gotchard until set 6 in June is kind of astonishing to me.
Yeah, they are very badly behind.
And Dread 0.
yeah, they're not doing
Cutting
good.
edge. What are we up to now? 3, 4? How many? Release 3, right?
5
5 just came out.
Oh, I mean, I haven't watched last week's yet.
Oh,
He's
phases.
talking about
phases
dread
for
forms.
Yeah, 3.
It's 3.
Oh,
We're only at 3.
Yeah.
Oh, what were you talking about? 5 what?
Sets of
Sets for
so-
this.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I was talking about the dread forms. Because there was
Yeah.
0, then there
So-
was Unicorn 1, and the other guy was 2, and then the 2 of them together was
Yeah.
3.
So and that was another thing. So in the blog where they showed this off, they're like, "Hey, we're sorry it's taking a long time for us to get to Dread." And so they showed a 3D render of the heads for the other Dread forms and went, "We're gonna get there." And they're like, "We aren't going to resell the Dread figure. They're going to be like pieces later on that you can use with this one." But they're like, "Sorry, how long it's going to take."
I wonder how that'll work, because it goes over the chest, doesn't it? When he does the half cut thing?
Think, or is it just an arm?
I don't know.
It goes over the chest.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it could still just be a.
At least half of the chest.
So that's another
Yeah.
thing. So they're really struggling this year. So like,
It's because there's too much fucking shit to do.
Well, that
Gotchard's
is-
got a new form every other episode.
that's very true.
It's
So
not their fault.
so basically, we got Star Gotchard from the Geeks Winter movie. So that's there, and you can
Voltron.
see those sticker options that are there. Those little sticker like rectangles. Those are stickers not for Star Gotchard, but for the previously released Abare Skibo that you can turn into Fire Abare Skibo with those stickers. But they're not selling you Abare Skibo again. You have to buy it.
Why did they come with Star Gotchard and not Fire Gotchard?
Because
Yeah.
Fire Gotchard, as you can see, comes with Valvarad's claws and Valvarad's chest.
Yeah.
So,
That's when he uses the
This is
shovel thing, right?
stupidest thing.
they're
They're
really
just-
struggling.
They're just jamming shit in.
They're like, where can we
wherever
put
it'll
this
fit.
piece?
Yeah.
Where
That's
did it go?
That's
All
exactly
right. So
what's happening.
so if I was gonna make Fire Abare Scabos, I would need the booster from box 3, right?
Yeah, you would need boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, because you need the igniter, and a figure from 4 waves prior to this.
And then I would just switch out the belt and the chest piece and
Yeah,
plug that thing on the back.
pretty much.
I mean, I'm not gonna do any of that. I was just curious what the steps were, because I don't care about. I mean, he used each of those like one time. I don't give a shit.
And then, just like how Fire Gotchard comes with Valvarad pieces, so does Dread.
Yeah.
Dread's
That's
got
the
Valvarad's
angel copter.
Yeah, Angel Copter pieces. So Valvarad is done by buying
Pro-
Fire Gotchard, Dread, and Valvarad.
I mean, at least his are
Props to
easy though.
Gotchard Daybreak for only being himself.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So and then
Just in
Gotchard
time for him
Daybreak-
to leave and never come back.
So you can do both forms of Gotchard Daybreak. You have both drivers, one without the igniter, one with the igniter. And I think doesn't he have the scarf when he's not in fire mode technically,
Yeah.
and then the cape?
Yeah.
He's got the scarf normally and then the cape when he's fire mode because that's all
Yeah.
he got for fire mode.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The
He wasn't
scarf-
sophisticated
the
enough. His
scarf
fire
just
mode was
grows
just a
into a
cape.
cape.
What is nice about this one is that I forget what the bow and arrow weapon is, but in the previous release of that, it was all the orange was stickers. But in this one, since Gotchard Daybreak is orange, it's actually cast in orange
Oh,
plastic
so the
this time.
screw was already orange. Nice.
Yeah. So instead of it
What is
being
that thing called? The Hurricane.
I don't know.
Hurricane
It's
something.
just Tycoon's weapon again.
Pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
That's all it is.
It doesn't split in half though. Gotcha tornado.
Gotcha,
that's what it
Trey.
is.
Okay, yeah.
I said hurricane. I was close. I knew it was some kind of
So-
tropical storm.
So yeah, so if you wanted to have a better sticker version of that, I mean, he uses this weapon, so it makes sense for him to have it. But
Yeah.
yeah. So this is a mess. And then did you include the other half of the set?
No.
Oh, the Geet stuff.
Oh, did I forget? I definitely forgot. Yeah.
Oh, we got to bring up the Geet stuff because that's
Okay,
another whole can of worms of nonsense.
I'll let you do that. Are you
Now,
are you
Geets,
comfortable?
if I remember correctly, Geets, it comes with like a chest
Hold
plate
on,
and
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
because they want you to do Mach 3,
Like
right?
Soto always made so much sense for the most part. What happened?
They got
They're just
They
so
got
far
behind
behind.
and now they're panicking.
The problem is, this is my opinion. I don't have any knowledge or anything, but
Here,
they
I'm
got
gonna just share
so
my
fucked
screen.
with Geets because of the way they remember when they got that weird stall and then they had to push a couple things to Premium Bandai and it just became a mess. And they never really recovered from
yeah,
that.
basically, like, you know, we're sitting here laughing about it and everything. It is funny. I at least applaud them for like they are doing everything that they can to
Yeah.
try to get this done. It's just very convoluted. So like this is the stuff we talked about, Fire Guitar, whatever. Yeah, so here's Fire Abre Skibo. Which they're like, we only translated here. They're like, yeah, you can't make this form without buying all the other stuff. But yeah, then here's the Dread Tees.
Yeah.
So they're like, we promise we're doing type 1, 2, and 3. And there's the pieces on Valveram. And then they're doing Doomsgeets from the Visa Next that just came out.
Sure. Easy.
And then it's like, oh look, Boost Mark 3. That is one they still need to do. And they're like, oh, but it's not a separate figure.
Oh yeah, I forgot
You-
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
they're
just get the arms and torso with Doomsgeets' body, and then you get the head and the driver in this, and then he's got no legs.
Yeah, all you have
So
to do is
you've got
you just
to
have
get
to grab.
the legs.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean, you
gotta
have
get the legs from a
to be
previous
fair, there's
Doomsgeets
entry
figure.
bodies in this box,
Not in this set.
isn't there, or is it just
Entry
the
bodies.
heads? Is it
There's
just
This
the
is
heads?
entry bodies in set 5.
The problem about that though is that people have been buying the entry bodies like crazy, so they are hard to find.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so
you
they,
just
I mean,
take
they
take
did
the
re-release
legs
them.
off
Like
of
we
one of the
said.
ones you have. I mean, here's
Yeah.
the thing: if you're like Corey and you're the crazy kind of person who wants to try to display all these at the same time, I really think those people are in the minority. I got to be honest.
mean-
Like,
I want to do that. So,
yeah, but you're never actually going to do
well, yeah. I mean, you're right,
it.
but
So it
I
doesn't
like
matter.
I like the idea of doing that.
I don't know. I've gotten to the point where like this all looks good and I'm happy they're doing it, but I'm so turned off by the stickers and I
Well,
don't
and then
have
on
the
top
time.
of
It's
that,
too
speaking
much.
of stickers, so this set is, you know, nonsense, right? It's just a bunch of stuff jammed in here. And at the end they're like, yeah, no, we're not even going to try a premium version of this wave. They're just not doing it.
Yeah. But the premium version isn't, it's all stickers anyway. It's like slightly less stickers.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
who
like,
cares?
yeah.
I'm
So
not paying extra money for this shit.
So like this, I mean, yeah, this is a packed set. So like if you were to use everything in this set to like its fullest capacity, and you had all the extra pieces and stuff that you needed, this would be a what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 12 forms or something that you can make out of all of this.
Yeah, it's not.
So it definitely crosses a lot off the list of stuff that they had to do. But the problem is with this too is that this is coming out in June. So by the time that it comes out,
It'll all be.
we're gonna have there's still a Jade form for them to do. They still need to do Wind. They still need to do Platinum and Iron Gachard. They still need to do Legendary Legend. They need to do.
Well, they'll just go into the next one. Like, why we're still getting Geek shit over here. And
yeah, I mean,
they're
gonna
6 waves in and they're still doing Geek stuff. That's the other reason why they can't catch up.
well, and they're still not done because like Buffa's Visa Nova form isn't in here yet.
Yeah. it's
So
crazy.
like that would
This is-
probably be in the next whatever the next thing is.
The real problem is that there were too many damn forms in Geets and there were too many damn forms in this show. The other thing is, I think they wasted a lot of room in the Geats because they would do here's Ninja on top, and then here's like just Ninja on the bottom, and then in the next wave they did the Fever form, and I'm like, that's the same thing. Why did you double up on that?
The biggest thing was just the fact that, like you were saying earlier, like whatever production issues happened to where they had less waves than usual, just happened to them at like the worst possible seasons for that to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if they had the normal like 10 waves a year that we used to get, which we haven't had in a while, then this would not be as big of an issue. Like,
but I mean, all they would have had to do is do a box with Ninja on top, a box with Ninja on the bottom, and then put the Fever buckles and the like little gold extra capes or leg wraps or whatever that shit is in a box. They didn't have to use four, like, because I remember building like one set of Soto, and then I get the next one. I'm like, I just did all of this, and that's what killed it. That's when I stopped because I was like, I don't want to do all of this again. It was terrible the first time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Beats stickers are the worst. The worst.
Yeah, I did not like those.
And so when they wanted me to do it all over again, I was like, I'm out. I'm done with this shit. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I'm still buying them for some reason, but I don't put them together.
At this point, they're pretty close with Geats being done, ish. They have a couple more helmets to do. They got the Buffa form. Technically, they have Kakra, Kyun, and Barra, but that's never happening.
Yeah, they probably won't do them.
As much as I'd love to see how that would work.
The only reason they did Jin was because he was a normal person size.
Yeah, and even that was a premium release only. So.
Well, I don't think it was originally.
I don't think it was definitely not supposed to be. Yeah. Well, that's another thing too. That makes me think that's just like last year. Like I feel like Platinum and Iron Gachar are just going to be a premium release.
I don't know why. I guess they run out of time. I don't know why they pushed that set to premium. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Because like people kept saying in the chat, like we're gonna have Gachar's final form by the time this set comes out. So I feel like Platinum and Iron are just going to become a premium set.
Yeah, maybe.
And yeah, Ryder's right. We still have a lot of Revive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the what the hell is this thing called? The Riser.
Legendary. What?
Legend
Risers in there.
Common Riser.
There we go. That makes sense.
I'm reading it very slowly.
Yeah, Box Legend Common Riser.
I don't know.
So, I love this thing.
This is really cool.
So this is for Legendary Legend, which is a stupid name.
It's the worst name I've ever heard.
It is a stupid name. It is a stupid form, but I love it. I've loved it ever since it leaked back in like December. So this is going to read every card with the final forms, like sound wise. So they advertise it by like showing you like putting like Build Genius and stuff in there, but obviously you could just use like the regular build card.
And like it does like the whole transformation.
Yeah, it does the whole jingle.
Oh, that's cool.
Of the previous final form, so that's pretty cool. Although people were speculating in the Soda Pop Discord, I wonder what this is going to do for like the other Geats riders, like besides the main four, like the ones that have cards. Like they don't really have other forms to do. Because like they could technically do like premium Kakra and Baraba if they wanted to do that, and like maybe like Glare 2 instead of Glare or something. But regardless,
well, they would do Bujin Sword, Buffa's Explodey form.
I would hope so.
And Nago Fantasy.
Well, I would hope they would do Buffa's Explosion form, but they probably will use his stupid Jamashin form.
No!
I know, I agree. I don't like that, but that is the card that we have. So on the next slide, look at that beauty.
I like the form. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I like it. But I just hate the name of it.
My only complaint is that I kind of thought it'd be like, and I should have known this from like the fact that it was never shown with the toy like pictures when it leaked. But I kind of wish, like, where the hell does the Legend Driver go?
Oh, you're right. It's just gone.
You would think it would just clip on the side, like when Decade would use the.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because you could even use that exact same adapter.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
I think the problem is the fact that I don't have it with me, but the Legend Driver's like brace part is just real bulky. Like it would, like the Decay Driver is a small little unit. Like this one's
Yeah.
a big thing with
You
fucking
can
bolts and
you
shit.
can take the doors off of it.
I wouldn't expect him to like actually use it like Decade does, because like you said, because it is more bulky and everything. But it's just weird that it just disappears. Like where's it gonna go? But yeah, so
It should just clip onto the front of his helmet.
that would be kind of funny.
That would be really funny, actually.
That would be cool. Yeah, so so like we saw this form before. It hasn't really changed design wise from the sketches from like December. It's just now we actually have the physical suit. So it's trying to make that like lion mane effect, since that's his chemi. And then I love just the shot of all the final forms. That's always cool.
Oh, for a second I was like, I couldn't find Saber, but there's his tiny little head poking out.
Yeah.
I was like, did they miss him?
And then Izu's here for some reason. That's
There we
weird,
go.
but you know.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, excuse me, the final form of 01 is just 01 again.
And then of course, for some fucking reason, this sparked the O's debate again.
Like Puto Tira has been on every final form gimmick item since they started doing them.
Yeah.
Give it a rest.
It's
Stop.
over.
It is this purple dino man, and you're gonna live with it.
It's Tataba. Not Tataba, Tajado. But then if it was the new way of doing things, it would be Tataba again. Just
Right.
Yeah.
Slightly
Right.
different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
We're
purple.
going with the new way.
That's his final form. I mean, like, I know why O's is always the big debate, but like, there's like a good handful of these where you could argue a different form being their.
I love
final
that
form.
ultimate Vice is just staring off.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know why I'm here. It's fine.
He's like, this is not a nice Vice.
I mean, I feel like almost half of these you could debate a different form to technically be their final form, couldn't you?
Hold on, Box is kind of right. Like the Taja door from the last episode was essentially like them revisiting.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking realizing Hopper. God damn it.
That stupid thing.
I hate that trend.
I don't know if I hate that.
Did they do that for Revice too? I can't remember.
What they did.
Sort of.
Yeah, they didn't make a new Vice stamp, but Vice just had a Revice driver and used it. So he used like the past genomes, but with an actual driver instead of his belt. Like he could change the forms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I don't
And
remember.
then weren't they ultimate, but then they like lost their armor pieces, so they had the ultimate Vice stamp in their belt, but they were normal.
Yeah, I think that happened. Yeah. So they didn't create a new Vice stamp. They didn't even go that far this time. They're like, we're not even going to make a new gimmick item for it.
Because Saber did it. He went back to.
Oh, Saber did it, and
right?
I hate
Yeah.
it. Like I hate Saber Wonder Almighty more than I hate Realizing Hopper, because I mean Saber Almighty has a cooler gimmick item, I guess. Like at least the book is somewhat unique, but why couldn't they just paint it differently or something? I mean Cross Saber's already a repaint basically anyway, so just paint it again. But yeah, either way, it is kind of funny though that like they're going so hard on the Legend using final form stuff here, but all the cards on him are regular form.
Yeah.
Oh, are they really? I can't even see them.
Yeah, they're all just the base form Legend Rider cards. His card is like he has like 3 of his own card on him, basically, because there's like the one on the helmet, the one on the center of the chest, and then the one in the riser on the belt. So
This one's his normal one, right? In his chest.
yeah, his normal one's on the chest, and the power up one is in both the helmet and the belt.
Sure.
Yeah. So, because he's got to have one on the helmet because that's what DK did.
That's what DK did. Yeah.
So,
He's right here.
yeah, he's right there. Would have been funny if they just put Decade Complete 21.
I was just gonna say that's what should be on his forehead.
But yeah, people were saying that this is kind of like Decade 21, just done better. And kind of. I mean, it definitely has more thought put into it than Decade 21 ever did.
What, you mean someone duct taping cards to a cape and giving it to a guy is not a lot of thought? What are you talking about, Josh?
Hey, I love Decade Complete 21. It comes from TTFC, so I'll never not love it. But
Josh's entire love of Tokusatsu comes strictly from TTFC specials.
It's the only thing he watches.
Doesn't watch.
He doesn't
the show,
watch the actual
Doesn't
show.
watch movies. It's just TTFC specials.
Josh's favorite moment is when Decade stopped using 21 Complete, whatever the fuck it's called, and he just goes, "Well, I'm kind of tired, dead."
But yeah, so I don't know. This is supposed to. So the toy doesn't come out until the end of April. So they're definitely showing this all off relatively early. So I'm not sure if he's gonna just show up in the show with this, or if he's gonna show up for a little bit before he gets this. I mean, he's definitely coming to the show in April, but not sure exactly.
April on Monday.
This guy's been supposed to be showing up for how many months now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when the
Taking a sweet
specials
time.
happened, it was like, oh, he's gonna come on the regular show, and then when what's really funny, when Zukum Pai or whatever the hell that's called, when he first was walking across the bridge, I was like, is that Legend? And then I was like, no, it's a different guy that kind of looks like him.
Yeah, because they had that poster back in December when they showed when Daybreak joined the show and Mid-Jade and stuff like that, and Legend's just in the background, and they're like, "Hey, don't forget about him. He won't be in the show for 5 months, but he's there." So, but yeah, so I'm also curious, is he gonna stick around, or is he just gonna be here for an episode?
I hope not.
I really don't know which way that's
personally. I did not like Legend, so
but he poops gems.
I
What's
don't
not
need
to
it,
like?
So yeah, I'm definitely interested. I'm certainly interested in what the hell is the plan here, but yeah, I won't watch it, but I'm interested in finding out.
Well, I think we can all agree that we've talked about it far longer than anyone thought we would. So there is that.
So if you like Ryuki a lot, but you're cheap as fuck, but not cheap as fuck to get the budget line, but cheap as fuck but still bougie.
This is stupid.
Cheap but bougie.
There's a lot of boxes that need to be checked off here.
They're releasing the CSM V buckle, but only with the Ryuki Knight. Zorga's a Vanguard card. Zolda.
The Legend of
Zelda.
Zolda.
And Oja decks. So you get the main 4 people's decks and their main cards. These cards do not have the chip in them to work with the drag visor.
So about that, I'm very confused because there was that pre-order last year for the China re-release full set, which I pre-ordered from Toku Collectibles, and I'm not getting until October apparently.
Fucking Macklemore.
So
nobody should have to be Macklemore.
So that China re-release is a full-on re-release with the drag visor, all the decks, the cards that work, and there was no Japanese release listed for that at all. And I was like, oh, they'll probably get to it eventually. And then this shows up out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? Where's the proper re-release?
This is Ryuki Light.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember how much this is, but it exists.
Oh, it's $200.
Sure.
What was the China re-release of everything?
So if you got the full set, so because you could do just the driver with all the decks, or just the drag visor, the full set was $600.
But I almost feel if you're gonna spend $200 on this, I know this sounds dumb, but you might as well get everything. Because how many more decks? There's at least 10 more decks or some shit.
The original belt has 13 riders, 2 survive decks, the blank form deck, and Abysses deck.
Yeah, so that's
So,
like 15, 16. That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
a lot of decks. And then, of
And-
course, you get the
more
full
cards.
cards. Yeah,
And who isn't a big fan of a lot of decks? You know what I'm saying?
it's true. And then, of course, they all have the NFC chips and the drag visor. I mean, the drag visor comes with the majority of the cards. Most of the cards that the actual belt comes with are just like the monster cards in the final events. But yeah, no, I'm glad that I paid for the $600 one like a long time ago, and I could just wait for it to show up because I have wanted this for.
And
many
I'll
years.
continue to have none of it.
I've wanted a Ryuki CSM for many years. It's one of my favorite shows. So, but yeah, I guess this is a good option.
That was the one you actually watched.
Yeah, I watched
one-
this in
Back
The
when
one
you
you
actually
actually watched.
yeah,
consumed media.
I watched this in 2013.
I
when I had a
actually-
broken foot.
I watched it when I just watched the shot one like within the last year. That
Oh
was the
my
first
God,
time I'd
Katie.
ever seen it.
Katie still has my Blu-ray of that.
I watched it when it was called Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
Oh, I watched like the first 20 episodes of that and then stopped forever
God,
and never
I
spoke
watched
about it again.
Ryuki before Gaim came out. That
Also,
Most people did.
For the record, I have seen Ryuki.
I think most of Japan did too, Josh.
I did not
way-
think about
The
that.
way you phrased that, like it was some sort of
Epiphany.
miraculous
Man, I
Yeah.
saw Ryuki before.
Holy
I saw
shit,
Gaim.
guys. Time goes forward. I gotta take a minute. Hold on.
I did not think about how that was going to sound.
Uh,
Wow. All right. Move
uh,
on.
Rings.
Ooh, what is this?
So I like
Uh,
how they're selling the rings, but not the driver.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So for those that don't, this is from the Gacha game, the Ride Commons game, the
Oh, we should have broken the logo again.
boys the game. And so they all have like a ring that they use with the driver to transform, I guess, right? Sure.
Yeah.
And so like all their logos are on the ring. It's really
And they all
cool.
use the same driver. So
The one that's themed after Double is green and purple. It looks fucking cool.
That I was saying that caught
Yeah.
my eye right away. That does look cool.
So this is really cool, but they're literally just plastic rings. Like these are $6 a piece or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
they
that.
look like something you'd see in the gashapon machines of American supermarket.
yeah,
Right.
and they're definitely not going to fit me.
Now, of course, I think these are pushed for adults, so they might fit you. Actually,
Oh, well.
I forgot the millimeter diameter on these.
I mean, I knew they're a premium thing, right?
I don't think they're premium. I think they're
I thought they
Rider Shop,
were. Oh, okay.
maybe. Something like that. They might be on premium too. I don't know for sure. But yeah, they're not doing the. I'm sure they will do the driver at some point.
Well, that's the thing. I'm very surprised.
I think these are just people that want like a ring to wear.
Yeah, like I get that like Ride Commons is like this new sort of like venture for the franchise.
Are they sold separately, or do you have to buy the whole set?
I think you can buy them separately. They're tying with clothing brand.
Oh, well, that's the end of that.
I guess I'm like at this. I'm just so conditioned to being like, oh, there's a new rider thing. So.
I just like how Rise
No.
like, oh, they're tied in for adults, so they'll probably fit you, but we're selling them with young boys' underwear. It's like,
No, it's
I don't
not.
love
It's
that.
not the underwear tie-in. It's the.
I don't love that.
Floof says they're not a tie-in with a clothing brand. I like this one down here. Whose is this one?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which one are you pointing
These designs are so, and the names are so. There's so many of them. I don't remember any of these guys' names or which one's which.
at? Which one do you
Oh,
like?
it was Animate. That's right. So Animate's a online Japanese online store and retail store.
Oh, okay.
That does like anime merchandise and stuff like that, and then the Rider store, of course. But yeah, like I don't know who anybody is except for obviously the one that's
Double.
based on Double.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like obviously, like if I had like the pictures of the riders,
Is
I
the
could
purple one in the
actually-
back Oja?
I think this one's the Oja guy. Yeah. I don't
I mean,
know who this
they're
one
they're
is.
grouped by the teams, aren't they? Or the different
Mhm.
factions.
I
each
know there were
each
factions.
row, I believe so. They're groups of 3, aren't they?
I think some of them had 4. I think there was like
I
3s
don't
and 4.
I don't know. All I
It
know
would be
is
neat though, like if I mean I'm not gonna buy it because I don't even know anything about the game, but if they made like a driver and then it just put like a chip in each ring, just
so
like how Wizard Rings
I'm sure
work.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
what
it
I'm
will
saying.
work if they make the toy.
Yeah, it would be simple enough.
Flip said, unfortunately, Josh, I have them all memorized already. Yeah, this is going to be like the Hibiki Riders. I will never memorize all the names of them.
Oh,
like,
Box has the whole list if you want to pop them.
Oh, God.
I don't know if those names mean
Oh,
anything though.
Box, that doesn't help me because I don't know the people's names yet. I need what they're based on.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
No, I know.
We want to know the
I love,
riders.
I love Joe.
Toten, of course, he's my boy or girl. I don't know. I shouldn't assume.
I know.
They're all boys.
I know the one with Q, Loke. That's the double one.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Loke is is double. That's the only one I know.
Saigo is the main dude. He's the Ichigo.
Oh, that makes sense because
yeah, I know that.
His name ends in go.
Everybody else though, nah, not a clue. Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, so if anyone can tell me which riders they're based off of, that would be.
Oh, there we go.
Fuck yeah, Box coming in clutch.
There we go. Also, wait. So the guy's name is Saigo. Doesn't Saigo mean final?
Sure.
And he's Ichigo. That's funny. It's like Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end.
Yeah, Zangetsu, Jin, Oja, Bloodstar, Kawaz, Ryugu, Momotaro, Skim, Hibiki, Hirobi.
Zangetsu is gold?
Phoenix, Orphanok, G3. What a weird lineup of characters.
I love the random ass shit like Horse Orphanok and Momotaros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not Deno, not Fies, Horse or not.
Yeah, Horse Orphanok.
No,
why
been,
Zangetsu being gold
been,
is boring.
What's his Orga. There we go.
Yeah.
It's funny that Zangetsu is next to the one that I would have thought was Zangetsu.
Yeah, right.
The translucent green one being Waz makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
Ryugen's
hold on,
gold.
which one's Hibiki?
Hibiki's the purple one in the second.
With the pink.
This one?
Yeah. Because
that one's fucking cool. That looks like some demon shit. I like that.
Because Genmu's next to him because it's Zombie Gamer.
Okay, yeah.
And then obviously Hirobi's yellow, of course.
Naturally.
Naturally.
I can tell that one's Hirobi just because it's got a scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Oh, Double being like translucent cyan. That makes sense.
Double and Ichigos are the two coolest color combos.
Yeah, Doubles looks great. I like the Horse Orphanopic one too.
Wasn't Gaim supposed to be one of them, or that didn't pan out?
People thought it was Gaim, and then it was Zangetsu because it's close. Like because we had the silhouettes of them, and it was like, that one's gonna be Gaim, and then it was Zangetsu.
Oh wait, so the one that I really like is fucking Ichigo.
Yeah. The first one in the bottom row.
Yeah, the first one in the bottom row is like the main.
It's like a teal. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love teal. It's my favorite goddamn color. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the mascot of the game.
The other blue one right before it, which I guess is D End.
Yeah.
That one's cool too. I like that.
I would get the Ichigo one and the Hibiki one and the double one.
I want the Bloodstark one, the Waz one, and the double and D end ones.
Oja's not bad either.
Yeah, that's cool. I do like the Oja one a lot.
But let's be honest, none of us are going to buy any of these, so let's just move on. We've
That
been for far too long.
That is very true.
Oh, yes. Hold on. They did release the opening song for the game. It is so fucking good.
Oh, really? What's it called? I'll put it. Is it on YouTube?
Get Back. It's by
Oh shit! It's a Beatles song.
Yeah.
That just seems like a strange pairing. Also, when you put the things up, you can't see Aresol, and he tries to look up over the pocket. I want you to know that you're doing some physical comedy, sir, and I see it. And I appreciate it. I want you to know that didn't go overlooked.
So, my favorite thing about the Ride Commons intro is that the day that got revealed, I woke up to a text from Katie that just said, "This goes so hard. What the fuck?"
It goes super hard. It's so good.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna mute myself.
The guy that sings it did one of the Applemon openings, and it was really funny because I didn't know this at first, and so like I listened to this on repeat like an autistic nightmare, and
Also,
then
the Appmon songs are fucking amazing. Just a quick aside.
correct. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just listen to this artist today. So like I clicked on his Apple Music thing. I hit play. I was listening to his shit. It's real good.
Autistic Nightmare would be a good wrestler name.
And
Shit, I missed. What happened?
Josh just goes, Autistic Nightmare would be a good name for a wrestler.
Well, he's probably wrestling with something.
Anyway, yeah, the song came on. I'm like, this is fucking familiar. And then I found out it was the Applemon song. It was like the second opening or something. It's really good. Anyway. Okay. Yep. Car.
What the fuck is this?
Fuck you.
The yellow car.
Speaking of the Beatles.
So,
That's not a beetle.
so what, this is
Bumblebee.
another stupid combo that comes with another car? Is that what this is?
So they took Boone Wagon and they painted it yellow to look like the car that's in like the ending dance. And then this replaces the black car
So
that
wait,
was in the previous set.
so do you have to buy a whole other version of the set to get the car?
Yes.
Apparently. Though somebody said that it also might be available some other way, so I don't know that you have to buy this.
There's no way they're gonna make you do that.
All I know is I bought this and I was promised another car and I didn't get it. So I'm not going to buy this again so that they can not give me another one of these.
Oh yeah, did that ever get worked out?
It did not.
Damn.
Anyway, get your yellow car. Beep beep. Yeah, this is a thing that exists every now and then. And that is
You guys will
because
never guess what they're making.
they're making another Megazord figure.
Oh my god, guys!
This
Finally,
time by Gilgal. I
for
don't
years.
some third-party company decided it was cool to make another Megazord figure.
Yeah, it's what everybody's always wanted, an articulated Megazord figure. Which is the most unique idea that
Yeah.
I already talked about as much as I wanted to at 3:00 in the morning today on Discord with Ryan and Corey. And I have nothing else to say.
It's here, it's big, it's posable, it's shit we don't need.
It'll probably come out in like 2026. It seems like these things always take forever to actually release.
Box said, sure glad we don't have 12 of these already.
Yeah, this is. The revolutionary idea would have been to make this in black and gold.
Ah! We've never done that before.
I've never done that.
That's new. This isn't actually Fortnite
What?
news. I just didn't know where else to put this.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this briefly. Also, Rye, I want to really thank you for reminding me about the Applemon music because I had it on a list of other things I wanted to get a long, long time ago, and then I got thrown out and just completely left my brain. So I've just been looking them all up on YouTube. Anyway,
You're welcome.
yeah, so this is Jack Specific has the rights to Simpsons now, and they're doing this 2.5-inch line. So on the left, and this is not the best picture of it, but it's what was on Twitter. But they're on Amazon apparently for pre-order. Says not until September, which is kind of a bummer. But from this side, it looks like the front of the house. But then when you flip it around, it's like a little diorama of the living room, and it has like a TV and a couch, and they can all sit on it. I think it has some other play features as well. But it's just neat that they're doing this 2.5-inch line because I feel like.
Wait, how do they sit on it? Do these have flicker articulation?
I know, right? They don't look like they do, but they have pictures where they bend at the 90 degrees somehow. I don't know.
Weird.
It does look like Homer's butt is separate from his legs, so
Yeah.
So
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, right
maybe
here.
it just bends.
Yeah,
Right
it literally
there.
it might be like a Lego minifigure kind of a thing. Like it just literally like swings up.
I guess I can kind of see it on Bart too a little bit, but
Yeah, however it works, it shows that they can sit. I just think it's fun because what I've wanted for a long time. So way back in the day, Playmates did a line of 4 or 5 inch figures, and they would put out a series of these like little dioramas, like the Quickie Mart. It would be like the interior of the Quickie Mart, and all the figures had like chips in them, or it was a pin system. I'm not exactly sure how it worked, but every diorama had so many phrases. And so you would connect the figures that you had bought and collected to the base, and it would have phrases for those people. And it was really fun. And you built like a whole world of Springfield. I think that's what the line was called. And I missed the train on that completely. And so I've always wanted something like that. And I feel like if they're going to do play sets and vehicles and things, and this small scale is probably the easiest way to do that. But apparently they're also going to do a 5-inch line of all the characters in the show. So
all of the characters from the show.
yeah, I wouldn't imagine. I was really excited when Lego was doing it because I was like, this is perfect. Like you could literally build the whole fucking town. It's Lego. Let's go. And then they did 2 sets and a couple of minifigure line bags and they left. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, and those seemed really, really popular too. So
They were great. I missed the house and I'm really bummed about it, but I got the Quickie Mart, which was a great set. And
wasn't the house one of those like ideas sets?
it might have started out that way. You might be right. The house might have been ideas at first, and then once they had the license, they did the Quickie Mart and they did 2 blind bag series, which I got all of that. I just missed the house. By the time I tried to find the house, it was gone, retired. So, but yeah, the thing is, like the whole block of figures on the right is $20 for all of them, and then the house and Homer is $20. So I'm like, it's not expensive. So like, if you just want like a fun little representation, like. I think it could be cool. This is all we've seen so far, but it like just happened tonight, so I wanted to talk about it quick. I'm excited about it. I've always wanted some kind of comprehensive Simpsons thing, and I have always wanted like a 4-inch line so that they could do play sets and vehicles and things. But I don't really need I feel like Simpsons is enough of its own thing that I don't really need it to scale with other things, so it's fine. And the smaller scale will be a cheap way for them to do a lot, is what I'm hoping. So we'll see. There's also some like random stuff, like there's a role play Moe's phone, where like when you answer it, it's all the times he's called Moe's Tavern with the false names. And then there's like a big Krusty doll, because like on the show, Bart has like a big Krusty doll. So, but yeah, when Super 7 first announced they were doing Simpsons, I was like, oh, this could be a line to get in on. And then I was like, no, too big, too expensive, and it's going to die after 2 waves.
Nah, Super 7.
And that's exactly what happened.
And they never made like regular versions of
They didn't. They were so concerned with making the line last forever that they put out nothing anyone wanted, and then the line died after 2 waves.
Wow, who would have thought?
Wild.
Yep. But anyway, I just thought it was cool. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Wheeljack. Oh, he's got him. All right.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Is that the Cyber Battalion one?
Yeah.
There he goes.
He just sits on my computer tower.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Origins one, and I didn't realize it's supposed to like ship out next week.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's really soon. So this is a vinyl of a bunch of music from the original show.
Yeah, this is really cool. I don't have a record player, but it's neat.
Yeah, it is neat. Did they say they were going to release? They weren't releasing this digitally. They're releasing something else digitally. I don't remember. But
I don't know. I have a bunch of music. I don't remember where I got it from, but I have a bunch of stuff on my phone, and I don't remember where I got it. But it's all that like background music from the original series.
yeah.
See if I can find it.
So yeah, this happened at the last stream, and once again, the stream was overrun by the fact that everything got announced the day before, either by leak or official capacity. And
I went to the part of the stream because I just want to see what they had to say about the Ninja Turtle van. And the guy is like, yeah, by the time this is airing, I'm going to be on the flight to WonderCon, so hopefully this hasn't leaked before. Sorry, buddy.
it was hilarious because it wasn't even a leak. It was their own press release that went out the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a leak from like Amazon or something.
Not for the turtle van, I don't think.
Oh,
Because everyone had real nice high quality photos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this got leaked the day before, and then the presser went out before the stream.
okay. I'm confused by this. Is that an empty box?
Yes, that is an empty box.
It's
That
just
is
showing you the box that this will come in, Josh.
Why is it not? Okay.
because it's
I
a
don't know.
3D render of the box. They didn't put the toys in it.
Did they forget?
No, they digitally created the box. They didn't have renders of the toy to put into the box in the way that it would be displayed. Josh, it's not that hard.
I promise you, Josh, you've thought more about it than anyone else who saw these pictures.
Okay.
They just went, oh, the box looks neat, and then they went back to the toys.
That was the only thing I could think of was this box. So
Okay,
I didn't know
Sure.
what these were.
It was all I could think about, man.
It was it. I saw this leak and I went, "Where are the toys?
They're right here.
Not in the box."
Someone mute him. We've wasted enough time not talking about squeeze play, and I don't know why that's happened. So nothing else
all right,
matters.
so,
Squeeze play is amazing.
As with always with these sets, there's one Voyager, 3 Deluxes, one good guy, 3 bad guys. Pretty usual.
Is it always one bad guy or one good guy, 3 bad guys? That's funny.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, because
Knowing
Goldblum
it was-
was on his own.
Knowing that cliff jumper, he's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's dead.
fucked. That's true. He'll be a zombie in no time.
The first one was Bumblebee and 3 bad guys. The second one was Goldbug and
Goldbug.
3 bad guys.
And now Cliff Jumper. It's just they're all in that same family.
And then the last one was Auto Trooper and 3 bad guys.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
And then this one is Cliff Jumper and 3 bad guys.
I don't know. With the troop builder pack, I didn't even think about it because I just thought about
That's true.
it's just troop builders.
But
it is
anyway,
true.
we'll go through these. First off is the shittiest one.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Cyberverse Tarn is not horrendously different than normal Tarn. They gave him Bludgeon Sword this time, and he's got different paint on him.
So here's the thing. Usually you make a toy, you make a repaint. If you can get a third one out of it, hooray. But usually they're somewhat satisfied with getting one. This time they're like, okay, we made Tarn, we also made Bludgeon. Great, they're both fun. I love it. Well, then we made a second Bludgeon. Why? To distract you from the fact that we made a second Tarn. Why? Why? You've taken this mold and you made this. Then you somehow cloned both of those. Why did this happen? Like, I'm not really upset about it because I pre-ordered this at Target and I got that $20 off the
Me
$75
too.
for the 5th time.
Like, you get
My
this
number
set of
5.
4 for like $60.
Right.
I'm like,
so at this
you
point,
can't beat that.
I mean, if a deluxe is 25 and I actually want 2 of the deluxes, I'm warming up to the Tarantulas. We'll get there. But I really, really, really want 2 out of the 3 deluxes. That would be $50. So for $10 more, I'm getting a Voyager basically for free and a 3rd deluxe that I am like, I'll pay $10 for that. So that's where I'm at, and I'm very happy with where I'm at. But this is so unnecessary, and they tried to be so excited about it on the stream, and I'm like, can someone just tell me why the fuck you thought this was necessary? Like, where was your thought process? Why is this mold the one you feel we need to duplicate? Like, I have to believe it's just because Tarn is going for stupid money on the aftermarket now. And so they're like, well, we'll just release another one. But what I would rather you do is just put it out again. Like you do, like you have 3. I know, but what I'm saying is you have 3 deluxes in this wave. Obviously that 4th one is going to be a reissue of some kind. So just throw Tarn in the next Voyager assortment so whoever wants them can buy them and leave them out of this pack because I don't need them.
Well, they left everything out of the pack because the box was empty.
Jesus fuck, turn him off. Somebody, please, I can't take it anymore.
There we go.
I'll give you Josh that it was clever, but you're in a timeout. We'll let you back in a couple of minutes.
All right, so not too thrilling. You could technically
This
troop
is
build
not
this.
thrilling 40.
You could technically troop build this if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I guess he was. Was there more than one of them in that
Yeah.
one time he showed up in Cyberverse?
Yeah. Anyway,
No, thank
next okay thing.
this is a
Tarantulas
deep cut. This
in
is a deep
his
cut.
so in the original commercials for Beast Wars, Tarantulas looked like this.
But he was
and-
translucent.
yeah, he was translucent orange. And then his box art was also orange because that's what they like pulled from at the time. But then when the toy existed and the show existed, they made the toy look a little bit more like the animation model.
Yeah, he was kind of brownish and
Yeah.
gray as opposed to like purple like he is on the show.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time they've reused Tarantulas?
Yes.
So okay, this one is justified. Like I get this one.
Yeah.
Because you need
Because
to use that mold again.
they did Black Arachne and then they did Toy Colors Black Arachnia.
Right.
And then they obviously did Tarantulas, and instead of doing Toy Colors Tarantulas, they did Prototype Colors Tarantulas.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
This belongs in their Toxitron collection because it's an unreleased G2 toy.
That's true. Yeah, and he's certainly got the color scheme down with the
Yeah.
fluorescent orange. But I was gonna say it's funny because like with all the other ones, what they've done, they repainted them all back in the day. Like Waspinator became like Hornet or whatever the fuck that repaint was
It was
called. I don't know.
Buzzsaw.
Sure, there you go. The problem is Tarantulas became Black Arachnia, and they were both characters on the show.
Yeah.
So she warranted her own figure, but she was always ever just a repaint of this guy. And if anyone who's too young, back in the day, the very first wave, I think it was just the first wave, they had both a robot head and like a beast head. And the original idea would be that they were transformed with the robot head, and then eventually, like if they got so pissed off that the beast head would like take over, and then they would get like feral. That was like the original concept. Now, when they made the show, they just kind of picked whatever head they thought looked better, and that's what they used for the character design. So they never used Tarantulas' robot head for anything until they made Black Arachnia on the show, and then they used the robot head for that. So this has the robot head, even though the robot head is really Black Arachnia's head.
Yeah.
So it's a fatter robot head, so it doesn't look exactly like Black Arachnia's regular robot head. It's very weird, and that's what it is.
But I do dig this. I love deep cut, like unreleased shit.
More than a second Tarn, 100%.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll put this on screen. It's something to read, I suppose. I did not know this.
That's funny because when I saw this, I asked what it was, and someone said Chimericon, or however you say that. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with that. And then on the stream, they're just like, it's original Tarantulas. Is it just Tarantulas on the box?
Yeah.
Oh, Josh's head popped up when I said the word box. I want you to, he's like, what?
Yeah.
It's too small. I can't see it.
Yeah, it just says Beast Wars Universe Tarantulas.
Okay.
Blade
He's
Raider's right. It says this will go great with box art, Black Arachne, and Orange Tigatron.
Yeah, that's true.
Just an army of box art deep cuts.
I really wish they would do Polar Claw. They hinted at it so long ago, and it never happened. And could you imagine if instead of Tarn there was a Polar Claw in this set? I would have shit my pants. It would have been amazing.
Agreed.
Josh is on board. I appreciate it.
So Chimericons are a faction from the IDW comics that Tarantulas was a part of. This figure was originally going to be released in mainline under the name Chimericon. Cool.
Interesting. Oh yeah, wasn't it? Because there was a thing in the Beast Wars cartoon when he's talking about destroying the Ark, and he says, "But you'll kill us all." And he says, "Only people who are descended from Autobots and Decepticons," hinting that he is not. So maybe that's what the comics took that and ran with it. Maybe that's what the Chimericons are supposed to be. I don't know. I'm just guessing at that point, but I thought there was some line in Beast Wars where he hints that he's not a descendant of Decepticons like the rest of the Predacons are.
Yeah, Tarantula is fucked up.
Oh, he was a descendant of Unicron? Did they ever officially say that?
I don't know.
See, Floof said someone called him it as an insult and people took it too literally. Well, there you go.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
guy's fucking awesome.
Nothing else fucking matters. Cancer is here. Get fucked.
That is what happened.
That is what happened. No notes. He looks so good. I can't get over how good the robot mode looks like the Master Force animation model. It just looks exactly like it jumped out of that anime. It's so good.
So, like, obviously it's over here. It's being marketed as squeeze play, but this is just straight up Cancer from Master Force. It is a heavy retool of the Mind Wipe Titan's Return mold.
Yeah, I did not recognize it at first at all.
Basically, it's literally just like this portion.
Yes.
Right here, the belly and the feet. Everything else is new. This just looks great. He's still a headmaster, obviously, because that's how these molds work.
Yeah, that was my first question. I'm like, because with Minerva, they fucked us, and she's not a headmaster. And I was like, so is Cancer at least a headmaster? And then someone was like, yeah, because it's from Mind Wipe. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. And like this gun.
Yes, that's Browning.
Is a Master Force reference too. I'm like, this is just great.
Yeah, I wish he had his regular blaster as well, but I love the Browning reference. It's fantastic.
But this just turned out real good. This is just, it's one of those things where it's like, who pitched this? And how did it get approved? And
how do I high five them to death? Because I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I don't know if they said who like got this pushed through on the stream. I don't remember.
It looks so good. I'm so excited for this.
Real good.
Because Fangry wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like, what did they make Fangry out of? The double-headed dragon, I think. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Twinferno or what was his other name? Double Cross, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that Fangry was all right, and I was happy to have him, and now I'm happy to have this, and I need Horrible, and I need Siren or Hosehead. The funniest part is when they did the Master Force dubs. What was that? What's that terrible company called, Sheik? Star or something like that, or what Omni something?
Omni Productions, I think.
Yeah, so they just, when they did the dub, they just used all the American names, and so it's just a little boy running around in the forest. They're like, "Come on, Hosehead!" And I'm like, "It doesn't work." You're so stupid. But yeah, we need Goshuta and Cab, and we need a new Minerva. I'm sorry, the one we have is okay for now, but you need to make a new one that's a headmaster, because that's not gonna fly. Yeah, and then there's this boy.
He's fucked.
Yeah. It's such a shame. They did him so dirty in that series.
Yeah, I know.
But he looks great. I mean,
he was voiced by The Rock. They couldn't afford it.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never picked up on that. That's awesome.
That's why he's got the little bull horns.
Oh.
And that and Cliff Jumper has horns, but still.
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, I think a lot of people, when we saw Chase, thought that this might be a possibility when we were trying to think what they could make. Well, I think one time we thought this was going to be Lockdown, right? Before they made Lockdown out of...
Everyone was like Prime Cliff Jumper and animated Lockdown. Yeah. And then we got more of a movie versus Lockdown thing
from
over there.
Snaphook. Or actually, really, it's from Axle Grease, technically.
Yeah, it's from Axle Grease, yeah.
But Axle Grease comes from Scraphook, so it's like...
I do think this makes a better Lockdown, especially because you can maneuver the legs to make them longer.
Yeah.
So I think this mold works better for Lockdown than what we're getting, but
I
that's
really
neither
like
here
it
nor
as
there.
Cliff Jumper, though. I really like it as
Yeah,
Cliff Jumper.
this is great as Cliff Jumper. They even have the horns on the car
Yes, it's perfect.
as an accessory, which is really cool.
And there they are, just on his ankles.
Yeah, yeah, just hanging out down here. But no, he turned out great. Yeah, I don't got anything bad to say. I'm sure.
No, he's
We'll
good.
see the zombie one.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point.
By the end of the year, I'm sure.
All they have to do is cut one of his horns off, really, and paint his eyes purple. That's all you have to do. It's such an easy repaint.
Yeah.
You can put him with your Universal Monsters Dracula and Frankenstein if you bought that one, which I still need to do. I need to have a sale. Anyway, this is good. This and Squeeze Play are the main reason I'm buying this. But the others are basically free, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fun.
It has finally happened.
Everyone was like, I'm buying 4. I was like, really? I was like, I don't know if I need 4 of them. I'm like, this is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Because the problem was, so it went up on pre-order on Target, and I was like, I need something for like $25 that I can get the coupon for the 6th time. And then it sold out too fast, and I was like, I couldn't find anything else. Fuck. So I didn't pre-order it. But I mean, I'm sure it'll be around. I'm not really worried about it. All the other ones have been around forever. So
I saw that Pulse actually. Because usually the limit on Pulse is like 2 or something, but they actually had the limit be like 5 on this thing.
yeah.
So,
I mean, if you really want to display all 4 at once, be my guest. See, for me, it's like, but then they turn into 4 party wagons. That doesn't make any damn sense. You know what I mean?
I like on the stream when they're like, yeah, so you can buy 4 to have the 4 turtles, and then 5 for the generic one, and then 6 for mint on cards, 7 for Yoko. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, I'm like, look, if it makes you
fine.
happy to buy 7 of them, go to town. But it's not necessary. I'm not gonna. What's the phrase? I'm not gonna yuck your yum if that's really how you get down.
$50 a piece. $350 to display 5 robots, a truck, and a card.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to keep one sealed, okay. If you really want to display all 4 turtles, okay. Why would I need to display one with no bandana? That doesn't make any sense. Why do I want that?
Because that's Wallop. You need to display Wallop.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to say that the robot is okay. I see.
Yeah, like he's the character.
Yeah.
He's the party Wallop.
I'm just surprised. I mean, the different bandanas, the weapons and stuff is cool, but I'm surprised it wasn't just based off of Metalhead.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't buy 4 of them if it was, Josh. That's why.
Well, I'm not buying 4 of them.
I understand. I'm saying
they'll do that later.
Normal, yeah, that's true. And then I would buy a second one for if it's Metalhead, but I don't need to display all 4 at the same time.
Because like Metalhead, I mean, that's like right there. Like, surprised they didn't go for that, but yeah, no, this is definitely very cool though.
So like, God, stop scrolly wheel. It's like this is the Wallop character that they made, and the chest part comes off and makes it more look like the actual like front shell of.
Yeah. I mean, you can use it like a shield or whatever.
The turtle, yeah, it attaches as a shield. The top part of the head comes off, and you can replace it with any of the 4 colored turtle bandanas, and then obviously the main weapons for all 4 turtles come included as well, and they all store at various places on the robot.
See, I didn't watch the stream, and I didn't put it together that it was supposed to be its own robot character, like Gigawatt or Ectotron or whatever.
And the belt has a dial to change the letter that's displayed.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, there's a little dial. So if you want to do Wallop, underneath here is a blank one. That's just a silver circle. And then it has the 4 letters for.
I thought that was another piece you had to attach, and that's why I was like, where is that included? But that makes sense.
So, Chris, you probably know this better than I would. If they did repaint this to be like a Metalhead, is there like a repaint option that the wagon could be, or besides like just something ridiculous that they make up?
I mean, they could paint it into one of the several other vehicles they've done throughout the various series. But I mean, if you're talking classic Turtles,
There's not like a.
There's not like a repainted
Echo.
party wagon that's obvious. Well, they did the news van. They did the Channel 6 news van
Oh,
so that they could paint it all blue and have it turn into Metalhead. I mean, that would actually be really cool. They won't do that, but they could.
yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
And Blade Raider said there is storage for all the hats and the weapons at one time. So
Oh,
you
that's
don't
cool.
have to keep anything separate.
Where do they go?
Probably there's a compartment somewhere
his
or something
tummy.
like that, I'm sure.
The stomach would make sense. Yeah,
I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
yeah, that would make sense.
Because like
cool.
if you look at like the size can plug in here,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
can see the katanas on the back, the nunchucks are in the shoulders, the bow
Mhm.
staff's just attached to the back. So like the robot itself has weapon storage everywhere, and I'm sure you can tuck them away in the van too. Like how the fucking party wagon mode looks fucking
It's
great.
so good. I can't get over how good it looks. Like
And
there's a couple like obvious hinge joints, but other than that, it looks really good.
the front comes off and it's a pizza.
Oh, doesn't
Oh,
really?
that's
Yeah,
cool.
I don't have it in any of these pictures, but yeah, the front comes
Oh, I
off
didn't know that.
pizza.
That's awesome.
That's really fun.
So
Yeah,
this,
I'm definitely gonna get. Like, here's the thing: if I see these on clearance somewhere, I would consider grabbing another one or two, but it's gonna have to wait for it to
Yeah.
be. I don't need to be spending $300 on these all at once.
You mean?
But that's really cool.
7 of them? That's crazy.
it's $50. I don't know who still has it for pre-order, but
Yeah, I think they sold out most places. I mean, they'll be around. I
Amazon
don't know.
might still have it.
Yeah, I don't know if they do. I'll look.
Um,
I know Target definitely sold out.
Did Pulse sell it?
I'm sure.
Pulse definitely sold out.
But no, I fucking love this. This is probably my favorite collab that they've done so far.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I mean, honestly, Back to the Future and Ghostbusters were pretty solid as well. But this one's definitely.
Oh yeah, the Ectotron is back.
Yeah,
That's
they're
re-releasing.
re-releasing.
They re-releasing Ectotron for Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck? I put in Transformers Party Wop, and it's just trying to sell me like party supplies, like hats and cups and banners. Like, no.
I always kind of wanted Gigawatt. I should have picked that up when that was available.
Yeah, he was a good one. Here you go. Oh, it is still up for pre-order. So item will be released September 1st. All right, I'm going to pre-order one just to have one somewhere, and then if I find it cheaper somewhere else, I'll do
Is that what is it,
Yeah.
Amazon? So it would actually be like July 1st.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know what's funny? With the
Earlier the
wave,
better, honestly.
with the Wave 2 Legacy United stuff, every other time, like the last 4 waves of shit, going back to like Kingdom, I'm always like, I'm not going to pre-order it because I'll probably just find it in store and then I'll have to cancel the pre-orders. And then Amazon always gets moved up. You see Fraternity be like, you got moved up to tomorrow, so that's happening tomorrow. And I'm like, for once, I'm just going to order everything at Amazon because that's what always happens. And then the one time I order everything at Amazon, EPTS has it the same day, and the rest of it's at GameStop the next day. And I'm like, I don't know why I bother with this shit. Like, I should just wait, and wherever it shows up first, just buy it there. Because anytime I try to pre-order or outsmart it or anything, it's just like, no, you're wrong, as always. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's always it's an impossible game to play.
It really is. Like, you just, I mean, you know, it's just you just have to cancel, so it's not like
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It's, I had to go cancel everything at Amazon except Gears because that's the only thing that I haven't found yet.
It just would be nice if like you could actually know which place is gonna have it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got one at Amazon just to be safe.
All right. Really cool. But speaking of cool things,
Yes. Speaking of Master Force,
yeah, Masterpiece
yeah.
Jinrai. So this is Masterpiece 60 Jinrai, and it is just a toy-colored version of the inner robot for Power Master Optimus Prime. That's all this releases.
aka Jinrai.
Right.
My
So
name is Optimus Prime.
my name is
I
Optimus
used to
Prime.
live in Japan, but now I live in the States.
God, I love that so much.
Such a bad dope.
It's so fucking
funny.
stupid. So this is priced at 24,200 yen, which is kind of the standard like Autobot car pricing, sort of. nowadays.
Remember when they used to be $60?
Sure.
Remember that day? It was so great. You get Prowl and Sideswipe for $60 a piece.
Yeah.
When the fuck did that stop? I mean, I know inflation, but this is insane.
They got a lot more sophisticated as time went on.
Yeah, they've almost gotten too sophisticated though.
Yeah.
They're kind of a mess. Anyway, that's like $160, in case anyone's wondering.
Anyway, so there's this one, but there's a significantly fucking cooler one. The MPG, the Gatai one where all the trains live,
Yes.
is releasing a animation colored version that has every fucking thing.
Except, where's God Bomber?
Yeah, because they gotta release that separate and get
Yeah,
more
I
money.
guess that makes sense.
That's gonna be the next fucking one. You know that.
Yeah. What does this one cost? I want to know what month I won't be paying.
46,200 yen.
Yikes.
Its scheduled release is late December. When you're
Sorry,
already poor
kids,
from
no
Christmas.
Christmas this year.
Shit.
Hold on, just real quick, in case you're wondering, that's only $300. Honestly, it sounds $300 is a lot of money, but I'm saying it sounds so much worse than it actually like three. You think it's almost 500? It's really only 300.
Yeah. This looks fucking great.
I'm gonna have to get it.
That's all I can really say.
Should I be checking HLJ for pre-orders for this?
I think they go up 410, so it'll be a 49 for us.
Okay.
When they go up, but yeah, you can be checking HLJ. I don't know how good Pulse's prices are, but I'm sure Pulse will have this too.
Yeah, their prices are not usually.
That's what
great.
I figured.
They're usually like as much as they can be.
Yeah. But you get the trailer that can turn into like the base with the guns and all that. Obviously, you have the core Jinrai. You have what's the fuck his name? Haikyuu.
His name is here. Okay, Jinrai is the man. Then he turns into Jinrai. Then he turns into Super Jinrai, and then with God Bomber, he becomes God Jinrai.
Okay, so Jinrai becomes Jinrai.
Right.
That's not confusing.
Well, the person's name is Jinrai, and then he gets a robot body, but he's still Jinrai.
Jinrai. Okay.
Now, is the Jinrai by itself the same as the one that's being released in the Masterpiece line, but just physically?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything about this is the same as this, except the colors.
The color scheme. Okay, that's good.
And this one here has a sticker sheet. So if you buy this one and this one, you can make the trailer and stuff toy colored or toy accurate as well.
Oh.
But then you have two Jinrais, and I don't know why you'd want that.
Yeah,
but...
well, it's the same exact thing that happened with the Missing Link convoy.
Sure.
Only they did it backwards, because that one, the trailer came with the toy accurate. This one, the trailer comes with the anime accurate.
Yeah.
Those legs look like, how is that going to support that bulk? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, right here.
I can't see your mouse. Oh, now I can.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah. Because they look hollow. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but they look hollow.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, this is just a 3D render. I'm sure it might be better.
But that's the thing. He's a bulky boy up top.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
He's rather rotund.
Same.
I love these translations. The 10 days ago, April 10th edition, month 10.
Order cancellation Wednesday, April 10th. Okay, everyone, cancel your orders as soon as they go live.
Yep, but it's coordinated. Everybody canceled them at the same day. Let's really fuck with them.
Reproduce the toy mechanism of the time. When you attach the included Godmaster, the lock will be released, and it will completely transform from trailer truck mode to robot mode. Oh shit! It's auto transform. All I gotta do is and it goes. Talk about a masterpiece.
We'll see. I definitely want to see more about it, but I am going to have to pre-order probably. I can always cancel later if I have to, but
yeah, on April 10th.
It's literally the masterpiece of Master Force, like the quintessential character. I have to get it.
Really cool. Both
then
are
you know
slightly 3.
Only slightly 3? Hold on, that changes the game. I thought they were really 3. Only slightly?
He's
What?
slightly
Shit. Fuck, I don't know about that. All right, we'll see. Slightly 3. Ugh. I don't love that.
But speaking of collabs from before, there's a lot of talk about these. Project Knight is confirmed to be Knight Rider.
That's cool.
And then Yakface reported about this, but there is a confirmed Star Wars collab coming.
I'm like, didn't we do that and they weren't so good?
There was a whole line of them,
Yeah.
and they all sucked.
They weren't. Some of them were all right, but they weren't so great. I mean, it's got to be the Falcon, right? What the fuck else would it be? An X-wing, maybe, but the Falcon's got to be the most famous ship from all of Star Wars. It's got to be.
The Razor.
I imagine it would be X-wing or Falcon.
Yeah.
Also,
So
Flu
what's
said they're re-releasing Shattered Glass Optimus and Ratchet.
Oh, that's nice.
Legacy Armada Prime. MPM 12. That's the Bumblebee movie Optimus, right? Or no, MPM.
I don't fuck with NPM.
I like
MPM 12 is Masterpiece. I don't know offhand. And Earthrise Optimus, so you can buy it again before they make a new one.
Who needs? Yeah, we know that Commander class Optimus is coming. Why would anyone buy Earthrise Optimus if you don't already have it at this point? That's just a stupid thing.
I like how even the leak was like a collab because it was Yakface and GT Prime.
That's right. They had to team up. I mean, reissuing Shattered Glass Optimus and Ratchet, that's nice because a lot of people didn't buy that when it first happened, and then when they started doing all the Shattered Glass stuff, people tried to go back and get it, and they were like, "Oh, that's gone." Okay, damn.
Yeah. And the bottom down here, they're re-releasing Origins Bumblebee to go with your wheeljack, so they can.
That
dock.
Was everywhere. Are you seriously telling me?
Yeah, but it was everywhere 2 years ago.
Everyone who wanted one of those didn't get one when they were $6 a piece on Target's end caps across the nation. Those things were everywhere on clearance. Then they wound up at Ollie's. There were so many of them. This is like Sony putting Morbius out a second time. This does not need to happen.
I'm sure it's going to be online only.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone needs it, I'm glad they can get it. But I just
should
can't
be
believe.
Target later this year. Never
Oh
mind.
Jesus! Now I got
But
another
it's in
Target
Legacy,
clearance.
it's in Legacy United packaging this time.
It's gonna bomb twice,
They should
Just
just
like
ship it
Morbius.
with the clearance sticker already on it.
right?
I
I
feel they
just
do
can't
that
believe-
sometimes at Target.
I cannot believe that. But okay.
Also,
doing-
you can get Beyblades.
Okay. Is this like when they did those spin fighters with the Power Ranger stickers on them?
No, these are actual Beyblades.
Are Beyblades the ones that transform?
No, that's Bakugan.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't
What
there
are-
that like app or something? Of
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Okay,
These are
okay.
physical versions of those digital Transformers themed Beyblades.
Okay.
So are they? But that's what Beyblade is, right? It's like spin fighters or tops or
Yeah,
whatever
they're
the hell
just
you want to call it.
tops. I had
Yeah.
one somewhere around here. I don't know what I did with it.
So when I said earlier, it's like when Spin Fighter put
Well, no,
the
because
Power
Spin
Rangers
Fighters. No, hold on. Spin Fighters were very, very small, and they were just metal little tops. Like Beyblades are
Right.
fucking like bigger, and you take them apart and customize them and
Yeah.
shit. There's more
I skipped-
finesse with Beyblades, Christopher.
That whole half of the aisle is a wasteland of stupid shit to me. It's Beyblades and Bakugans and Gujitsu and all that shit that I'm like,
Look,
why does this
I don't know
exist?
shit about Gujitsu, but the
It's that
first
whole-
two are real good.
That whole half of the aisle that I don't even look at.
Bakugan are neat, and Beyblades are neat. Let it rip, fucker.
I do, usually after Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
Also, have you seen that one? There's a new one. They have turtle versions of it, which is how I know about it. But they're little guys, and you put them on like a base, almost like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but then they're like split in half.
Yeah.
I don't know what those are called, but those are in that same dead section to me.
I have seen those. I don't know what they are either.
Yeah. I only noticed it because they had turtle ones, Ninja Turtles.
And I'm not going to linger on this,
What is all
but
this text?
just in case anyone wants to take a peek at it, it's on TFW. It's the wave breakdowns for 2025.
Oh, okay.
So nothing new here. We've talked about
October
all of them.
2025 leaks. That's insane.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
we
yeah.
have the
We got all of
entire 2025.
2025, Josh.
Yeah, you must not have been on that day, but we have all of
No,
2025.
I saw it happening on TFW, but I just seen it here October 2025 is insane.
Yeah. Cool shit.
So the only question I have is, Wave 1 is January 2025. Wave 2 is April 2025. Then somehow we go back in time a year to 2024 of July for Wave 3.
That's got to be a typo, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Wave 3 somehow transports
for
us a
Studio
year
Space.
into the past. Which is interesting. Maybe that's when Gigawatt comes out. Maybe they'll reissue him because there's time travel involved.
So
I can't wait to get Voyager Scrapper in a couple months.
Yeah, I cannot wait either.
And then wait a year for the rest of
Yeah, he's a preview figure and that's it.
So, like, how much could possibly even be surprises next year at this point?
None of it, because it's right here.
None of it.
You're
like
looking
any
at
like collabs or anything left?
Collabs,
I mean, maybe.
exclusives.
Yeah. Although we just
Also
found out what the
exclusive.
next two collabs are.
Oh,
so.
true.
We'll probably
When
get
is
those by the end of the year,
Swoop?
though.
I know they're going to talk about it tomorrow, but when is it actually happening?
It should be really soon. He's technically part of the same wave as, like Sunstreaker and Sideswipe
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that. But obviously, because he's a leader, he can come out whenever the fuck he wants. But he's technically a part of that.
So
wave.
probably summertime.
I forgot that there's G.I. Joe news tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I guess there will be.
There's technically news for like everything Hasbro
Yeah.
tomorrow except the ones that are dead.
Yeah.
You
You know who you are.
No more Indiana Jones? Oh,
No.
Oh shit!
Dude, they even have Ghostbusters on there. I'm like, what possible Ghostbusters news do you have? The movie came out. You let that ship sail. What are you gonna put out plasma series on now? Like that. Probably
Alright,
some. It's
here's
probably
your
some other
turn.
role play item.
Here's your Tarn package refresh, so you can get Tarn
Right.
again.
So he doesn't need to be here. I don't understand why he's here in this 4-pack. G2 breakdown. Oh, they're finally starting.
I need them to re-release Shadow Strip or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh yeah, just go to Ross. He's probably.
I don't have
Ross.
one.
Yeah, sorry.
And
Everyone
every
was
time I
finding
go,
them.
hey, if anyone sees this, no one sees it.
Well, my Ross might as well not exist because it doesn't have dick.
My Ross doesn't exist.
Yeah, mine's as good as yours. It's like 2 baby dolls and some like anime statues of My Hero Academia, and I'm like, how did this wind up at Ross? All right, I'm out. There's nothing here.
yeah, that sounds about right.
That's it.
Also, if they announce Epic Hero Series Ghostbusters tomorrow, I'm literally going to freak out. I do not think it's going to happen, but I would love it. Because they just did, well, they did the 5-inch line for the movie, which consisted of 4 figures that they put out last year with like 1 new head, and that was all that they did. That was their big contribution to Frozen Empire.
Here's a
Yeah.
question. What is the difference between Epic Hero Series for Star Wars and just like the normal fucking like small line?
Vintage
Like-
collection,
Yeah.
price and articulation.
Okay.
So vintage collection, they're on those card backs to make them look like the old Kenner figures from the 70s, and they have way more articulation. They have, elbows, knees, waist, all that shit, like you'd expect a 6-inch figure to have.
Mhm.
Not double jointed elbows or knees, but otherwise the same. And then the Epic Hero series is, well, I've never bought any of the Star Wars ones, so I don't know if the Star Wars are 5 POA or if they have more. But the Epic Hero series for Marvel is basically like hinge and rotation at the shoulder, kind of a hinge and rotation, kind of like Spin Master does. You know what I'm saying?
Like-
that kind of.
I was looking at them at Walmart, and I'm like, you just you look very vintage collection, like in appearance and articulation and all that. I'm like, you I don't feel like you collectively match the
Well, see-
Epic Hero series of Marvel and
Right. And that's why it's weird
and stuff
because
like that.
with Marvel, there hasn't been a 4-inch line for Marvel shit since Universe, which was back in the like late 2000s, like 2009, 2010, which was a fantastic line, and I should have bought more of it while it was out, but that's a different story. So when they started doing Epic Hero series, it was like, oh, cool, we haven't had 4-inch Marvel stuff in a while. This is nice. There's vehicles and things, and it's fun. And then they're like, now we're doing it for Star Wars, and we're like, we already have Vintage Collection, and you already have Retro Collection. Retro Collection is literally made to look like the old 77 Kenner shit. It's 5 POA. It has kind of a simpler look to it to kind of match the aesthetic of the original figures. And they're usually like 10 to 12 bucks a piece. And then Vintage Collection, the packaging looks like the old stuff from the 70s, but the figures are very modern. You know, they're 3 3/4 inch to 4 inch, depending on the character. They have, very nice detail, paint, articulation, accessories, and they're usually anywhere. They started out cheaper, but now I think they're creeping up to like $17 a piece, which is getting insane because they're getting close to Black Series. Don't worry, they'll just keep raising Black Series prices, so that fix that.
That Army Builder 2-pack that they showed off.
Yeah, I was like, that's the thing that everyone wanted like a year ago when you put the battle droid in with the C-3PO thing.
Because when the press release for it came out, they're like, yeah, it's going up for pre-order tomorrow. It's $40. And then Pulse is like, yeah, it's 45.
But I mean, it's 2 Black Series figures, so 40 or 45 is still decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's better. It's
cheaper than 2 figures.
It would be nice if their press releases were
Well, no, but their press releases are always wrong for
They
their
are.
releases, but,
They are. Yeah.
With the Epic Hero series, I haven't bought any yet because I already have a bunch of vintage collections, so I didn't feel the need to get into another Star Wars 4-inch line. So I don't know if it has the amount of articulation that the Marvel Epic Hero series does, or if it's more like 5 POA like the Retro Collection. It's weird. So it's like, because they used to do like a 5 POA line when the movies would come out, and they called it like Force Link or whatever. It had that compatibility with the app or whatever. And then that they didn't even do that line for Rise of Skywalker, I think, because it did so poorly for both Solo and Last Jedi. It just did not do well, and so they just shut it off. They never did it for Rise of Skywalker. And so I think this is kind of bringing it back. It's like a more modern look of a 5 POA, whereas Retro Collection is kind of a more vintage look of a 5 POA with like the softer details and design. Like the faces are kind of simpler and more retro looking. So there's so many different buckets for Star Wars collectors. It's insane. But in case anyone was worried about it, don't worry. Mission Fleet is dead. If you were worried that there might be a 6th scale for Star Wars, no, that is dead. Imaginext has the license now. Rest in peace, Mission Fleet.
But they showed off stuff that hasn't released yet.
Yeah. And it's really a shame because, they rushed out. So that wave was supposed to have the N1 Starfighter, the Air Speeder, which was just a repainted snow speeder because they used it in Obi-Wan for 4 seconds. And then it was supposed to have the Inquisitor's Scythe, I think it's called, that black ship with the wings that go down. Those were the 3 that were supposed to be in that wave. And they knew they were dying, so they fast-tracked the N1 because it's Mandalorian, and anything Mandalorian has to come out. And so that happened, and now those are on clearance because they overproduced the shit out of that because they never made the other 2 in the wave. They did, I guess, digital renders. And it's a shame because they could have done the Air Speeder and then immediately repainted it as the Snow Speeder and gotten 2 out of that. But, yeah. I think Indy killed the line. They decided to do it for Indy, and nobody bought it at all, and that just was the beginning of the end. That just killed all its momentum, and then they just... And also Obi-Wan, I don't think, was as big of a success for them as they wanted it to be.
So, in summation,
yes, I think that's a great way to sum it up. Thank you, Aresol.
I think that about does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we went 2 hours. It's pretty good. I'm assuming that was the end of the news.
Yes. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
I
Chris.
didn't even really look at the last slides. You just asked me that question about Star Wars, and I went off on a tangent and blacked out.
You mentioned Epic Hero series. It just popped in my head on how ugly I thought they looked.
Yeah, the Marvel ones have been fun. I mean, here's the thing. They started out great, and now they're in that area where they're like, we're going to slightly repaint Spider-Man and give him a stupid backpack and re-release it over and over and over and over and over again, which is something Hasbro likes to do. They like to be creative for about a minute, and then they just want to farm out the same shit over and over again with minimal effort, which is why I get sad. But yeah, the X-Men ones were great, and now the show's actually out, and they could make more, but they won't. So. Because all the old ones are on clearance and are gone because fucking Disney Plus didn't put that show out for like 6 months until after they were supposed to, and killed all the momentum for the toys that were coming out.
Yeah, there was so many toys that just were there forever.
They just came out, and then the show was nowhere to be found until like 6 months later.
And now people want those toys, and they're nowhere.
Right. And I think if the show had come out at the same time, the Epic Hero series probably would have got a second wave of X-Men because I think it would have sold much better.
Yeah.
And there's so many more characters they could do.
At least Legends like already had the second wave planned, so like they.
Well, plus Legends is Legends, and people are gonna buy that.
Well, yeah, but like the first wave though, like had like Wolverine and stuff like that, so like you would think that they would want those to have been out.
But it was also right after they did those VHS. I mean, there's so many Wolverines from that show. Like you spin around, you'll find one. It's fine.
Spin around, you'll find one.
You'll find one. There it is. There.
Yeah, I didn't even buy it. It just appeared on my shelf.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to buy it. It'll just show up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's probably it for us. So enjoy your weekend. If you celebrate Easter, hopefully that goes well for you.
Why?
Oh, it is this weekend.
Yeah, because I was talking about it with my wife, and I was like, Easter is my least favorite holiday. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because it's too religious for any corporation to recognize and give you off. And also, all the kids are out of school. So they're out of school. I'm not. They're everywhere. I hate Easter. It's fucking weird.
At least there's going to be a sale on candy. On
that
Monday.
is true. Yeah, Monday you can go get half price candy.
True.
That is true. That is one thing.
I wonder what Corey thinks of that.
Half price candy. Alrighty, well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week. And thank you for joining us. So, good night, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Half price candy day, that's right. Enjoy.